Can you say and spell your name, please?
Hal Summers, Halsummers.
Okay, Mr. Summers, can you tell me about your experience here during Hurricane Michael?
Well, as the storm approached, I was at my parents' house, all boarded up, nice brick house. Saw as the storm was building and building, started getting really worried. Parents had texted me, and there was an 80-year-old man that needed to come over that had 2 dogs, and asked if he could come over and stay, and of course I said yes. And I had my cat, Mr. Red, with me. So we were fine. First 30 minutes of the storm, everything was good. I kept checking to see if any water was coming in. Nothing was coming in. I had in the garage up in the attic, I had it all set up for us to go if water started coming in. Well, I felt the water at my feet. I went over to the garage door to open it and said, "Come on, Frank, we got to go. Grab your dogs. We're going to have to go up the steps." When I opened up the door, it was too late. The whole place was already full with water. So rushed in. We got back into my parents' kitchen, standing there. He's holding his dogs, I'm holding my cat, and the water starts rising and it gets all the way up to my neck. And I realized that we can't stay in there. I mean, I'd like to, but we can't. So I'm saying, "Frank, we're going to have to go to the roof to survive this storm." So we go out of my parents' back door on their patio, and we go to the door to the right, and I take my first step, which is usually a walkway there, and it just collapses underneath me. And I still have my cat in my hand. I submerge into about 10 feet of water. Well, 8 feet, maybe, I don't know. It's just hard to, and I'm holding my cat above my head, and I'm trying to grasp and grab something in order to be able to pull myself out of this. And I feel the railing that had collapsed. I grab it. I'm able to pull out. I get on the side. I'm thinking about going to the roof, so I get up on top of the railing, and I'm holding the gutter with one hand, my cat with the other hand, and I'm standing on the railing trying to talk myself into getting on the roof. Well, everything's flying around. I'm scared about getting on the roof. I've got an 80-year-old man with me. I don't know if I can get him on the roof. And out of a sudden, out of nowhere, the outdoor bathroom door opens, and I'm able to see the sink that's in there. And I know that we've got enough room to be able to sit in there. I can close the door, and we can survive. Even if the water rises, we can get up on everything in there and just be able. So I don't know how I did it. I just reached down, I grabbed Frank, pulled him up to his hands while I'm still on the rail. I'm like, "Frank, get in here with your dogs." I see a bench floating in the water. So I grab it, I shove it into the bathroom, I shut the door. We're able to stand on the bench as the water's rising, and I sit there and I hold the door for 3 hours until the storm subsides.
What's going through your mind the second you plunge in that water?
I didn't want my cat to die.
Didn't want your cat to die.
I didn't want to die, but I didn't want to die. You know, but I was able to remain calm, and that's what saved me. I don't know how, but I was. There was somebody there that grabbed me and pulled me out of that water, so I'm here to tell my story, and thank God I'm alive.
Have you been back to the house since?
Yes.
And what do you have left there?
Nothing. I mean, the structure's good, but the inside is just, everything's ruined. I mean, when you have water up 8 feet in your house, all your furniture, you know, my house on First Street is completely blown away. So I'm just going to have to rebuild.
Well, has any family contacted you?
I was able to finally, I've not had phone service yesterday. Everything's running together. I apologize. I was able to call my parents and let them know that I was okay. And it was a good relief.
What was that call like?
It was great. It was even better today when the house I'm staying at, my dad and my brother pulled up, and I got to see them for the first time. They came in, and we went down to their house to help grab what we could. But it's awful.
And you said you've been through Hurricane Hugo once before?
Yes, I was living in Charlotte, right out of Rock Hill, South Carolina, right outside of Charlotte. And Hugo, I remember that storm because when we went to bed that night, they were like, "Oh, you're going to get about 40-mile-an-hour winds the next day. Nothing to worry about." Woke up at 4:30 in the morning with my dog shaking on me, and just like everything going apart outside, and it was 110-mile-an-hour winds. But I'll take that any day over this.
What do you have to say to people that want to stay in evacuation?
Don't ever stay again. If it's a Category 3, or if it's 3 or above, do not stay, of course. But don't even think you can stay on a 3 because it can rise to a 4 or a 5 before you know it. And I got caught with my pants down, you know, but I survived, you know.
Well, thank you for telling your story. Hope people can learn from it. I hope you can recover. I know you've
I
been
will.
through a lot.
I will.
Well, thank you.
We've got a strong community. I've got great family, great friends. We'll rebuild. So Mexico Beach will be back soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.